Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Guitar Intervals Unleashed, where today we're going to talk about how to instantly find unisons and octaves all across your fretboard. So something you might already know about playing is that it's 12 half steps for an octave. So our 12th fret is the octave of our open string. So if you pluck an open E string, for example, and then play the 12th fret on the low E string, that's one octave. And that's true for every open string. At the 12th fret is the octave of the open string, and that's because one octave is equal to 12 half steps, which is 12 frets. So that's going to kind of be the basis for how we understand the rest of this lesson. So let's use A, for example, starting at the 5th fret on the low E string. What you can do to find the A notes on the next string up is if you go up to the next string, if you just go up on that same fret and then go down 5 frets, you reach an A there. Or if you go up to the next string and then go up 7 frets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you get an A there. So it's either 5 frets down or 7 frets up. And the way that connects back to what we were talking about in octave is 5 plus 7 is 12. So it's always going to add up to 12 because that's how much an octave, that's how big an octave is. So again, so if we're on the 5th fret of the low E string, that's where we're playing A. To find another A, we go down 5 frets on the next string up. So we go up to the next string and then go down 5 frets. To find the other one, we go up 7 frets. So there we go. So now we've found how to play A in 3 different locations just on our first 2 strings here. So then let's move up to the D string. So let's start with this low open A we found. So in order to find the A on the D string, we would just go 7 frets up on the D string. There it is at the 7th fret on the D string. And likewise, if we wanted to go down from this A we found at the 12th fret on the A string, we would just go down 5 frets. And that would actually bring us to the same note. Because 7 frets up from the open A is the same note that you get going 5 frets down from the high A, because that's how big an octave is. So going now from the 7th fret on the D string, we're going to go 5 frets down from here on the next string up. And that gets you the 2nd fret on the G string. And then if we go 7 half steps up from there on the G string, and that is the 14th fret on the G string. Right there we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 different locations we found to play an A just on the first 4 strings. So now it gets a little different when we go from the G to the B string, and that's because, so most of the guitar is tuned in fourths, which if you know the NANDI method, that's kind of the whole basis for the method, is that everything is tuned in fourths. But the G to the B string is the exception. That's tuned to a major third. So it's 1 half step different. So the count is going to be a little bit different. So when you're going from your G to your B string, instead of going down 5 and up 7, you go down 4 and up 8. So it's still going to add up to 12 because 12 is the octave. That's just the law of music. So if we're starting at the 2nd fret on our G string, that means we go up 8 frets on our B string. Or we can go down 4 from the 14th fret, which brings us to the same location. And then from the B to the E string, we just go back to the old pattern of down 5 or up 7. So if we go down 5 and up 7, and there you go. So that's, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we just plotted 9 different places to play an A. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, some of those were octaves and those other ones were unisons. So let's just talk about that really quick. So going back to the NANDI method is all about how the guitar is tuned in fourths. And a fourth is equal to 5 half steps. So when we started on the low E string here on our 5th fret, and then we wanted to go, we went up to the next string, which is equivalent to going up 1/4, which is equivalent to going up 5 half steps. So when we go up our string and then down 5 half steps, we're just going back to where we started, but now we're on a different string, which is useful for a variety of reasons: different ways to play chords, different ways to play melodies. Knowing where notes are on different places of the fretboard is going to come in handy, whether you think so right now or not. So this, we go up a fourth and then back down a fourth. And that's true with, basically a surefire way to find a unison anywhere on the guitar, is wherever you're at, just go up a fourth and then back down 5 half steps. So for example, if I wanted to go off a C, which is the 8th fret on my low E string, I go up a fourth and then down 5 half steps. And then when you go up 7, that's going up an octave, because it's like, if I'm here, I go up 5 half steps and then I go up another 7. And 5 plus 7 is 12, and 12 is an octave. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. This was another episode of Guitar Intervals Unleashed. Hit that subscribe button. There's going to be more videos to come, and make sure you check out the nandimethod.com and also pick up Guitar Intervals Unleashed on Amazon.